ladies and gentlemen. This is Bruce Villarreal with Bruce Talks Podcast and Bruce Talks Podcast en Español. So happy to reconnect with all of you. We're launching a brand new topic, a brand new brand within the Bruce Talks podcast or Bruce Talks, which is called Reclaim My Honor. And this is going to be our brand. We're going to be talking about different topics about success, success stories, life stories, and stories that will take you to the next level in whatever area of your life. We're going to be sharing some valuable information and insight with you, with some of the teachers, my mentors, and some of the philosophies that they're teaching me that I want to pass out to you, and also some of my life experiences, some of the things that I live on a daily, in my daily life. But if you notice at the title, which is Reclaim My Honor, Reclaim Our Honor, if any of you identify with this topic, which is reclaiming our honor, pretty much the idea is reclaiming your honor or my honor in any area of our life, whether it be financial, physical, spiritual, in your relationships with yourself. And that's really the calling with the topic or this new brand and this tribe that we're launching, or project, which is called Reclaim My Honor. And today's title of our topic is going to be Reclaim My Honor, which reclaiming your honor doesn't mean that you have to have messed up to reclaim your honor. It could be reclaiming your own self-dignity, something you want to do with yourself, with your eating habits, transforming your body, transforming your mindset, getting out of poverty mindset and getting into the wealth mindset, restarting a new relationship or creating valuable relationships, you being a great friend, reclaiming your marriage, your partnership, whatever it is, a great relationship with your children, with the people that you love or that are important to you. But also, it does entail, if you have messed up, like I have messed up, or we can mess up, that you can also reclaim that honor in any area of your life, whether it be you're doing a full tune-up, a full overhaul in your life. So I looked up the definition of what is reclaiming one's honor. And what it says, it refers to the process of restoring respect, dignity, or reputation after it has been tarnished, disrespected, or challenged. It involves taking actions such as proving one's integrity, demonstrating bravery, or standing up for personal values that counteract past events or perceptions that may have harmed one's sense of honor. This can be both an internal journey, regaining self-respect, or an outward effort to restore how others view one's character or standing in a community. So at the end of the day, like it says here, it can be an internal journey or an outward journey, or both, or all of the above. So wherever you find yourself, whether you have made promises that you haven't been able to fulfill to yourself, to your loved ones, to your team, to your organization, to your church, whatever the field is, today's your day. I'm giving out the calling. Hey, let's lock arms and let's reclaim our honor. Let's reclaim your honor. Let me reclaim my honor. And that's the journey I'm in personally, because we're prone to mess up, and that's just life, and that's human nature. But guess what? We can reclaim our honor. So let's talk about some steps that we can take in this journey of reclaiming the honor. And again, if you haven't done so, ladies and gentlemen, please press subscribe, press the like button. Tell me what you did like about this topic, or some of our past topics, or topics you would like to discuss. If you have somebody of value that you love, whether it be personal, business, whatever it is, if you have somebody of value that you can share this information with, please pass it on and share. And again, all this information is shared with love and respect to all of you, all of our audience. But let's get back to the topic here of reclaiming our honor. And again, let me know in the, on our chat, let us know, hey, I want to reclaim my honor. I want to join you, Bruce, on this journey of reclaiming our honor together. Right now, I'm in several areas of my life reclaiming my honor, but in one particular, which has been restoring my body. Okay. I have lost control of my body and the weight. It's going down. I have a coach working on it. I feel good and better. I have gotten rid of most of my clothes. I went from a triple X, believe it or not, triple X, down to a large, medium, large, more large than medium sometimes, but working on staying permanent on the medium, getting to the small. I have a great coach, and you're going to be hearing about him, Mr. Freddie Avila, by the way. But anyways, who's helped me in that path, and I have many other coaches who are helping me. I have one of my new coaches that I do want to mention, his name, Mr. Myron Golden. Myron Golden, if you haven't looked him up, this gentleman has changed my life in the last couple of months. And you'll be hearing more about some of his life concepts But through that introspection and working within me, I have found these mentors. And so let's go back to the topic of reclaiming my honor, or reclaiming our honor, your honor. Reclaiming personal honor is often a deeply personal and introspective journey. In other words, you have to take the time out to work within us, which can involve several key steps. While each person's experience may vary, of course, all circumstances are different. Don't try and run. Take it step by step. The following steps can guide someone in regaining their sense of honor. Okay. And again, this is self dignity. This is, again, for you working inside out. Okay. And so, step number one, or point number one, is acknowledge past mistakes. As I was going over this information, man, it's hard to swallow the pride to acknowledge our mistakes. And guess what? Don't feel bad. I've had to learn to not feel bad, because many, if not most, make mistakes. It's part of our nature. But it says the first step is one, acknowledge past mistakes. The first step is to reflect on actions or situations that led to the loss of personal honor. This may require confronting uncomfortable truths and taking responsibility for any missteps, dishonesty, or harm caused. Wow, it takes uncomfortable confrontation with ourselves. Isn't that tough? As I was reading and going over, I was like, oh my God. And I'm remembering several things that I've had to confront. And guess what? There are the collateral damage that we have to confront till we completely eliminate this. But point number one is acknowledge our past mistakes. And like it said at the beginning in the definition, it takes bravery. Some people will criticize you in this journey that you want to, hey, oh, really? Now you want to retain your honor? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? And guess what? Stay quiet. Don't take any abuse. Apologize. Walk away so you don't get caught up in the drama, because it's happened to me. We get caught up in the drama. And if you were at fault, if you did make mistakes, just, you know what, you're right. And I'm working on it. And whether they want to believe it or not, that's irrelevant, because what the sell today is that you have to believe it. I want to tell you that I believe in you. And you and I, we all have the opportunity to change. Point number two, take notes. It says make amends. Make amends. Fix it. You can do it. If your actions affected others, it's important to seek forgiveness and make amends where possible. Sometimes it's possible up front. Sometimes it's in time, but it's possible. This could involve apologizing sincerely, correcting wrongs, or compensating for harm caused. Demonstrating a genuine effort to repair the situation is key to restoring honor. And one of the points that my psychologist or therapist told me, he goes, Bruce, yeah, you can apologize all you want all day long, and you can be repentant for sure in any area. He said, but you don't understand what other people feel or that person felt by your mistakes. So I just want to tell you that if people brush you off, or, hey, you know what, I don't believe you, that's part of the process. So we have to swallow the pride. That's why it takes bravery, and it takes bravery to confront it. But let's talk about point number three. It says, number two, make amends. Number three, it says set clear principles. Set clear principles. This is something we're not typically taught. And some people say, hey, it should be common sense. But your common sense doesn't mean that it's common sense to me or to anybody else. But that's why we're sharing this valuable information and insight. Insight is giving you the information for you to reason, internalize, and meditate on and act on. It says point number three, or step number three, set clear principles. Reclaiming honor involves recommitting to a set of personal values and ethical principles that guide your behavior. Define what honor means to you and how it aligns with integrity, respect, and responsibility. So it says reclaiming honor involves recommitting to a set of personal values and ethical principles. These are things that are not typically taught within our family, sometimes not even in churches or these organizations where they're Bible based. You have to inform yourself. And this is where this topic is important in reclaiming the honor. That's why I set up on this project, so we can share this valuable information and insight. Number one, to encourage you. Two, to set ourselves straight, create a path that we can follow, and that, hey, even if other people believe you can change or not, I believe you can change. God believes you can change. And there are people who have changed who have set an example for us to set that path. And it says, define what honor means to you and how it aligns with integrity, respect, and responsibility. So we have to define what that means to us and define it. So it's going to take some homework on your and my behalf to define that. Okay. Point number 4. It says, and by the way, there's a reel on the Real Rules with Bruce where we talk about values and some of the values that are important that, again, they weren't taught to me. You see them, you kind of capture them, but it doesn't mean you understand them. Okay, so look up on the Real Rules with Bruce on Facebook or Instagram. I think it's one of the highest watched reels. It talks about values, and I was surprised. Again, there's some topics that we don't discuss typically at the kitchen table. They don't sit down and discuss us. They do reprimand us. They do get on our case, but we're lost in ignorance. Okay, but guess what? No more. Point number 4. It says act with integrity. Point number 4 is act with integrity. Honor is often earned through consistent actions that align with your values. Moving forward, make a commitment to act with honesty, courage, and respect in all areas of your life. Wow. Honesty, courage. Does it take courage to confront and make changes in our lives? Yes, it does, because you have to leave that old person, that old you, right? The old habits or the things that we tend to drift, okay? That's our nature. We tend to drift, so we have to be like aware. And it says this includes standing by your principles, even when it's difficult or unpopular. Again, one of the things that we see nowadays is that many people, because of the power of belonging, they give up on their principles, they give up on their goals, they give up on the change just because everybody else is doing something else and it's not popular. And you might be criticized. Hey, who do you think you are? You think you're holy, you think you're all that, and you will be criticized, believe me. So you have to stand strong and move forward. Okay. Point number 5, it says self-reflection and growth. Self-reflection and growth. Engage in regular self-reflection to evaluate your actions, your thoughts, and feelings. This practice allows you to stay aligned with your values and adjust your behavior if necessary. So if behavior needs to be corrected, it has to be. It's not enough to just apologize. It's not enough just to say, hey, you know what, I changed. No, it has to be. Sometimes we have to change our behavior, what we do, what we say, how we act, how we react, how we interact with ourselves and with others. It says growth and learning from past experience are crucial in the journey toward reclaiming honor. And so, again, this is where you grow. This is where we grow. This is our opportunity. So this is an opportunity for you and I to grow in any area of our life or in all. Again, if we sit down and learn from our past, typically we don't take a moment to stop and reflect on our past, on our actions, on what we want, on what we have to do, on our musts. And there's a word that is on the Bible that's mentioned, I think it's 170 times in the book of Psalms, and it says Selah, which when I read it, I looked at the definition. Why does it say Selah? It says calm or quiet and listen, or shut up, stop and listen. However it works, so that you're able to connect with you, because everybody's on the run. Everybody's on the run. And that's why you don't have time to correct things. You don't have time to reclaim your honor. It's going to take an investment in you and in your life to reclaim your honor in whatever area. You can't fix anything if you're running. You can't fix everything. You want to just do everything. No, you have to focus and work on it day in and day out. Point number 6, it says earn respect. Respect is incredible. Respect is like credit. It's like having great credit, A credit, 800 plus score, or having an abundant bank account, abundant assets. It says earn respect. So we have to make our deposit. It says honor. So point number 6 or step number 6 is earn respect. Honor is often tied to the respect of others. By consistently acting in a way that reflects your values, you will earn the respect of those around you. And the word is consistent. I've been guilty in the past, in many times of my life, of being very consistent, of being very inconsistent, as Mr. Jim Rohn would say. But the older I get, the more the maturity kicks in, and life kicks you as well. Consistency is everything, because it's not good enough just that you're consistent or you're good once in a while, or that we're repentant once in a while, or we correct it. Oh, this is enough. It's a consistent work. However, reclaiming honor doesn't depend solely on external validation. So again, I told you, it could be that they acknowledge it or notice it or not. Okay. It's about personal integrity and self-respect as well. So whether they acknowledge it or not on the outside, as long as you acknowledge it and you're aware that you are doing the work, then eventually it would rub off. And sometimes they won't tell you. But again, actions speak louder than words. Okay. So they don't have to tell us, hey, you know what? Good job. Yes, I forgive you. No, we just have to do the work. We have to suck it up, suck it in, and make it happen. And again, at the end of the day, who is it for? It's for you. And it's a silent thank you. It's a silent I love you. It's a silent I'm sorry. And it's a silent, hey, you know what? I learned from my mistakes. Or guess what? I'm growing. I'm maturing. Because a lot of it's ignorance. A lot of it's immaturity. A lot of it's lack of information. Some of it is hurt. Some of it's stupidity. Okay. Or all of the above. Okay. So point number 7, or step number 7, reclaiming our honor. It's practice forgiveness. Yes, we have to forgive. We have to forgive ourselves. Forgive you that, hey, okay, you messed up. How many people have messed up? I would say, Jesus would say that whoever thinks he's perfect to cast a stone, and it's impossible because we all have flaws and faults, some bigger than others. But at the end of the day, if we learn and we grow because of these mistakes or these failures, again, there's no success without failure. So don't be disappointed, okay? Because be disappointed if you don't change. Be disappointed if you don't do any of this. Be disappointed if you don't reclaim your honor. Then, hey, yes, be disappointed. Shame on you. Shame on us. Shame on me. No, we have to grow. We have to confront, and that frees us from anything. But it says, point number 7, practice forgiveness. It says reclaiming honor includes forgiving yourself, forgiving ourselves, forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Self-forgiveness helps in letting go of guilt and shame, allowing you to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and dignity. It helps us to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and dignity. So forgive yourself. God forgive you. And it takes a person who's mature on the other end to understand that, hey, you know what? We make mistakes. And you understand that sometimes we hurt the people we love the most, even ourselves. We're not taught to love ourselves typically. We're not taught values typically. This is why we're going to make it one of our life's work to learn the values, live in integrity, live in honesty, live in respect, honoring our word, abiding by our promises. And that takes work, and it takes courage to man up, woman up, and say, hey, you know what? I said that. I have to fulfill it one way or another. And we'll be blessed. You're going to be able to fulfill them. It's a matter of time. Now, if somebody expects you to change everything overnight, they expect you to fulfill everything overnight, that's impossible. But it's a step by step, but it does compound. And when you least expect it, like Jim Rohn would say, if you're improving 1% per day, you improve 365% per year. That means if you're reclaiming your honor one day at a time and you're correcting one thing at a time, imagine the progress you can have in a month, in 3 months, in a year, in a couple of years. Whatever time it takes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have to do. There's no way around it. We will not be free unless we reclaim our honor. Simple as that. And point number 8, and final point in reclaiming our honor, and again, on the topic of consistency, point number 8, it says maintain consistency. It says honor is not a one-time achievement, but something that is maintained over time. So we have to be consistent. Consistent meaning that we do it day in, day out, week after week, month after month, till it's part of our life, till the end of our life, where we can, die with, hey, I reclaim my honor. But we want to reclaim our honor in life, right? Like Jerome would say, I'm going to the mountaintop. You're going to see me succeeding. You're going to see me reclaiming my honor. Like you see the logo over here. You're going to see me at the top reclaiming my honor in whatever field that I have to reclaim it. But you're going to see me either reclaiming it or dead on the side. But I'm going to be planting myself, reclaiming that honor. So it says honor is not a one-time achievement, but something that is maintained over time. It says staying consistent in your behavior, choices, and adherence to your values is essential to preserving honor. And again, it's easy to stray. because most people don't respect themselves. People don't respect their worth. People want to do whatever they want. We're in the time and age that people say, hey, I can do whatever we want. And yes, you can. Yes, we can. But guess what? We pay a very hefty price. Our families pay a hefty price. You and I pay a hefty price for thinking, hey, I can do what I want. And that's the lie that's taught to us. Hey, you can do what you want. But guess what? We want to think generationally. God with things generationally. The rich and the elite think generationally. And guess what? Most people, the masses, are taught to think just for today, just for tomorrow, today's pleasure, but not on a permanent result. So again, in reclaiming our honor, ladies and gentlemen, point number one is acknowledge past mistakes. You can do it. We got this. Point number two, it says make amends. Point number three, set clear principles. Point number four, act with integrity. Point number five is reflection and growth. Point number six is earn respect. Point number seven is practice forgiveness. And point number eight is maintain consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, ultimately, reclaiming one's personal honor is about rebuilding trust with yourself and others, living authentically and holding yourself accountable to a higher standard of integrity. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite you on this movement, on this life movement, because it's a journey. It's not a one-time thing. It's not a one-day fix, because you're going to get up and you're going to fall. You're going to be correcting your behavior. You're going to have to be swallowing your pride, drop the ego. And guess what? Many marriages can be restored. Many relationships can be restored. Many business partnerships can be restored. Relationship with your children, with our children, can be restored. With our family members, with the people who are important in your life, it can be restored, and you can reclaim your honor in your business field, in your profession, wherever it is. I have promises that I have to go back and make it happen. Guess what? We still have time. If you still are here, that means that God has not finished fulfilling your purpose, and you still have a purpose to fulfill. And sometimes you can feel discouraged. Sometimes you can fall into depression. You're going to be bombarded by criticism. Hey, that was you. And guess what? That was the old me. That's no longer me. If I was inconsistent, if I was irresponsible, if I said things I shouldn't have said, if I behaved and did things that hurt you and hurt other people, I'm so sorry. But you know what? I'm aware now. I understand, and take on the hits as well. Because again, like my therapist said, yeah, it doesn't matter how much forgiveness you ask for. You say you understood, but until we internalize and understand what pain other people feel, and even yourself, because we do damage to ourselves. When you internalize that, that's when you grow. That's when success starts to come out. And I love when people share their stories about their life, because we can learn so much from one another. We can encourage each other. And when you and I understand that people are not perfect, guess what? We give people some more leeway. We can also forgive. If we have been the offended, if you have been the offended, and you can understand this concept where most people do make the mistakes out of ignorance, trauma, stupidity, hurt, loss, lack of understanding, then you can understand and forgive. Okay. And then heal those relationships. If it's worth it, most of the time it's going to be worth it, especially with our loved ones, people that have been there with you and for us, and they deserve it. And guess what? The most important gift you can give to yourself and to the world is to reclaim your honor. So I want to invite you on this journey with me, with your servant, Mr. Bruce Villarreal, Mr. BV, to reclaim. I'm reclaiming my honor. I'm working on reclaiming honor. Let's reclaim the honor together. Let's lock arms. Let's go by the hands and share this message of love and respect with other people who can join us on this journey of reclaiming our honor, reclaiming my honor, your honor, and helping others achieve it as well. So thank you for connecting to Bruce Talks Podcast, Bruce Talks Podcast in Espanol. Please make sure that you subscribe and like our channel. Please share if you found value in this. Let us know what your thoughts are. What topics would you like to talk about? What did you learn and take from this? And also, I want to invite you on Facebook and Instagram. Look me up from Bruce Villarreal, and connect with the Real Reels with Bruce and Cortos Reales with Bruce. Remember, this is also recorded live in Spanish as well in English. So this topic is going to be recorded in Spanish. So if you have somebody who is bilingual or Spanish speaking or English speaking in any part of the world, please share this video and make sure that they like and subscribe. We're going to be doing some projects together. But thank you again for connecting. Thanks for sharing your time with me. And thanks for sharing your love and your respect. And also for showing your love and respect for other people, for those that you love who need the help and need the encouragement. We don't want to criticize it. Hey, you need to hear this because no, I want you to take a look at this guy who messed up his life, who, who's working on reclaiming his honor. Why don't we join hands with him and reclaiming his honor? And guess what? This is for all ages, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter if you're a young man, young lady, middle-aged man, or in the senior years. It's never too late. If you're alive, you still have a chance to reclaim your honor. And there's no better gift you can leave your family and legacy than reclaiming your personal honor. So God bless you guys. Thank you for connecting again. Thanks for connecting to Bruce Talks Podcast and Bruce Talks Podcast en Español. And I'm happy that you're on this journey on reclaiming your personal honor. Thank you for joining me on reclaiming my honor. God bless you and thank you.